Uh, so we're in the long game, boys. This is gonna go on forever. Season 5, season 6, season 7. Fuck it. We're in it to win it, and I can't lie. Chizuru and Kazuya, they're like this. They're like this, damn it. And Ruka, she could just be a side piece, and Mami can just, she can just be the fly that bothers everyone. I mean, why not, right? This is just part of life. You're gonna have people like this. And for Kazuya, he really is, punching a. I don't know. Chizuru is just on a whole other level. Like, how do I say it? What's that word? She's just a 10, while Kazuya is like a 4 or 5. Average at best. And looks, of course, and looks, but in character, they're kind of the same. They're really meant for one another, and I really do think Kazuya's playing the long game as well. Meanwhile, okay, so Chizuru here in this scene admits that she's fake, right? And Kazuya's like, oh, we're all kind of fake, one way or another. And of course, Chizuru's gonna agree. These guys are accomplices. They're both conniving and lying. They know how to put up a facade. They know how to be, they know how to fool people. They fool their whole entire family and friends. They're, like I said, they're like this. They're really meant for one another. They're a match made in heaven or hell. Satan is laughing. And honestly, bro, if Kazuya can win Chizuru over, that's like a huge W for him. You know what I'm saying? I'm not necessarily for Chizuru. Chizuru, she could probably do way better than Kazuya. But whatever, right? Fuck it. Just, like, fuck it, man. Like, I don't know why Chizuru is like, oh, my feelings. And Chizuru is always flip-flopping, like, I don't know if I like this guy. I don't know why I kissed you. I don't know this. I don't know that, but I know how to fucking lie. So she's really playing to her true nature, right? She's just lying to herself, lying to everyone around her. I mean, even her job, rental girlfriend, she admits that she's deceitful in it, that she's just playing an act as this perfect girlfriend, when in reality, if she was her true self, she'd try to be like, I don't know, I think she'd honestly be better, if she didn't go into this rabbit hole of prostitution, or however you see it, renting herself out, renting out her time and her body and her energy. If there's no penetration, I don't think it's really prostitution. But that kiss, the intimacy, I think she's bordering the line of a prostitute. But whatever, it's like, you do you. She's a grown-ass adult. If she's making these very poor choices in life, it's like, who am I to judge? You know what I'm saying? So, and of course, Kazuya right here, I feel like he doesn't have to do anything. He's already bagged Ruka, and he's just, chasing. And let's not lie here, guys. Ruka is just as great as no, even better than Chizuru. Are you serious? Like, Ruka is just like obsessing over the lad. If you found someone obsessing over you like Ruka, it's like, bro, why even go after Chizuru? It's like, it just makes no sense. Kazuya has like I don't know. I think the boy was dropped a little too much on his head, but I don't know what the fuck's wrong with this lad. Like, Ruka is just way better girlfriend material. She's not a huge liar. Yeah, she did this rental girlfriend shit before, but she stopped doing it just because to not get Kazuya to be better terms with Kazuya. So she stopped being a rental girlfriend herself. She just wanted to be exclusive to him. So, bro, Kazuya doesn't have to do shit. He already has a bagged a 10 out of 10 girlfriend. But no, he's going after Chizuru. I say fuck it, man. Ruka's never gonna leave him, so why not, right? Yeah, I say fuck it. Try to get your whole harem. As this, and even if he is a simp towards Chizuru, he's spending all his money. It's like, who cares? That's his money. He can do whatever he wants with it, even if he goes broke. Now, I would never advise for him to do this. He's doing a lot of stupid decisions. I would never advise people to do this shit. Don't spend money on women. if you guys are not in a relationship, like there's no reason why you should spend a dime on gals if you're not in a relationship or if they're not your sister or your mother. If you're spending money on chicks and you're not in a relationship, like boyfriend and girlfriend, never spend money on a chick. And never, bro. Unless you're trying to start dating. I get it, you're going on a date, but even then, it's like you gotta be modest with your money. You're not gonna take her to a 5-star restaurant right from the start. Take her to a Starbucks. If she hates it, red flag. Just leave her, bro. Starbucks or Boba or whatever, the Cheese Factory. No, Cheese Factory is kind of like a 3-4 star kind of a thing. I don't know. But yeah, the park, go to a park, go to the zoo, go to your local arcade place, library. Fuck it, man. If they hate it, red flag, just leave them. Because if they can't enjoy being with you for like the most subtle moments or the most boring moments, it's like, why even bother? Like, so yeah, so this is episode 7 of Rent a Girlfriend season 5. I don't like the way Kazuya is. I don't. But I can't hate him for wanting to bag not one chick, but 2 chicks. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's playing his game. He's spinning his plays. So at the end of the day, I have no hate for Kazuya or Chizuru. I'm just telling it how it is. I'm just calling it for who they are. They're lying. They're conniving. They're pathological liars. They're very confused individuals. They don't know what they want in life. They keep stringing each other along. It just makes no sense at this point why they're like this. But there's people like this. I've seen, I've been to a bar with one of my coworkers, and there's this chick, right? There's this chick. She's like, I'm madly in love with a dude, but the dude lives with like another chick that's his roommate, but they're fucking. But she's like so in love with the guy that she's like, I don't give 2 shits if they're like fucking. I'm gonna try to bag the guy. And then she says, oh, and by the way, I'm pregnant with your child, to the guy that she's trying to get with, right? And the guy is like smashing other girls on the side, his roommate. But she's like, I don't care, I'm gonna be with him. It's like love is blind, and it's stupid as fuck too. Makes you do a lot of stupid shit. And that's why you gotta detach yourself a little bit sometimes when it comes to these relationships. It's like, bro, love will make you do anything dumb, and you can't allow it to control you. And this is exactly what Kazuya is going through. I don't know what the fuck was wrong with Chizuru, but I think, bro, she's just stringing him along. He knows he's a long-term customer. He spends a shitload of money on him, thousands of dollars. She probably doesn't want to lose her funds, her biggest donators.